Hi, this is Jon Girod with Quail Homes. I'm going to be discussing what we call our standards of what we put into our homes. That comes with every home as our baseline, our standard. And some of the important things about that I'll show in a minute. At the end of the year, we look at what people have done. We evaluate it. If they've done it more than 50% of the time, if so, then we put it into standards for the next year. So you can imagine by doing this every year and having the discipline to do this, our standards get elevated. So when you go and look at our model home, for instance, our model is built to our standards. So I was with the client yesterday in the model. They were totally blown away when I told them, look, what you see in this home is what comes standard. There's no upgrades in here. And she said, boy, the other builders I've looked at, there's probably at least $100,000 of stuff that I'd have to upgrade with them just to get to this level. And that is the idea, is that we're starting at a higher baseline, and it's based on really buyer choices and analytics of what they've done in the past. So it's just being a little bit smarter how we conduct our business. What it does, that really helps us with our budgeting, but most importantly, the buying experience is much better. You're not getting nickel and dime for stuff. You're really just getting it as part of the program. So let me kind of show you what I mean by that when we look at our standards specifically. When looking at our standards sheet, we include this on our website. We have it in our pamphlets. But there's a lot more to this than just typed information on here. Let me talk about what I feel is really important as a service that us as Quail Homes provide. Is we're your filter for products. In the old days, people used to come in with consumer reports. Hey, this is your furnace. This is where it stacks up. Now it's at people's fingertips. They're actually testing us. Hey, are you really putting in top quality products that are durable, maintenance free, and work well? And all that kind of stuff. As we really work on this, we put a lot of pressure on our trade partners to make sure that we're really where we need to be, and not just for now. We do a lot of forward planning for our clients, so like nothing would upset a client more if something's in their home and a year later the product gets discontinued or something like that. We really work hard, I'd say, to future-proof our clients. How it kind of works with the heating and cooling industry, you pick a vendor that has really good labor, high execution on that, and then they have relationships. It could be with Carrier, Trane, Lennox, whatnot. So it's a little bit more than, hey, I want a Carrier. It's actually who's installing it, who's backing up the product. They may not be a Carrier dealer. So Chevy, Ford, that's kind of how the industry is. So Trane is extremely well respected. They back up what they say. And then the product that we use, Trane Hybrid Heating and Cooling System. Builders don't put this in standard, to be honest with you. They don't put thinking into this like we do. What this is it's basically an electric heat pump with a gas furnace backup. So in our climate, when it gets below 50 degrees, the gas furnace would kick in, and that's when it's more efficient. Gas costs less to operate in the cold weather. When it's warm, the electric heat pump, basically air conditioning is cheaper to do than the other way with a gas furnace would be with the air conditioner. So that's kind of our philosophy, is we're trying to do it really well for our clients. So you can see the Trane, and we're highlighting kind of the products that we're using in the manufacturer. So in this case, we have the hybrid furnace. We're basically putting in filters for superior air filtration, and then these quiet fans and the ventilation, this HRV, heat recovery ventilation unit. Basically what happens here is it's based on humidity. So the ventilation of your home, as we build these homes tighter and tighter, you got to ventilate them right. And we've taken out kind of the human factor on the ventilation. Everything is with sensors. Based on humidity, you can set the humidity you want, and the fans go on when it reaches that level. The siding, fiber cement has really taken over the market. It's really bulletproof. Our windows are top-notch Milgard products. They're the gold standard here in the Northwest. We do our staggered stud framing. You can look at our website and our pamphlet that talks about it. This outlines full landscaping with a watering system. We've found really with the concrete area, we've done all kinds of concrete through our careers here, but for the most part, everybody's settling on broom finish now. It's a clean, nice, easy maintenance look. And this outlines really how we do our garages. They're sheetrock textured and painted. The architectural shingles, premier. If I had to look at this in the old days, they would call this a 40-year roof. They don't call that anymore, but that's kind of the category that we are in. And we provide solar standard with a 50 amp outlet in the garage for an EV car, if that's the case. Sherwin-Williams, Emerald Rain Fresh. So all of our trade partners, we bring them in through the end of the year in the fourth quarter, and we're asking them really what's the best value, what's the bang for their buck. And this is a more recent one, is this Rain Refresh. What this really is paint, believe it or not. Think of your gutters as an example, and you see those lines, nothing sticks to it. So it keeps your house cleaner. And this is a big deal for us because we don't like callbacks. So now we got a product that kind of, think of Teflon almost. Works that way, and it's fantastic product. Appliances, a KitchenAid, a cabinets, beech or alder, lighting, low volt, plumbing. Again, we're going with Moen. Moen's a top brand. We've settled on Moen, and part of it is because our plumber backs up Moen. And to think of all the parts and pieces you need to back up products. I've used the plumber, Eck Plumbing, since 1989. If we ever have a problem, they're Johnny on the spot. They take care of it. So this is kind of how that works. Flooring, nobody really offers Karastan standard, but we do. We're working through some standards right now to be able to work with some other products like this that people are really liking it. I'd say flooring has been the biggest change over the last 10 years. And the flooring products that are available sure makes our life as a builder easier because we absolutely get no callbacks on flooring anymore. It's amazing. Millwork, we're basically no wire in the home, in the closets. It's all built out with a trim carpenter and painted. Solid core doors. Our fireplaces are definitely upgraded versus others. And that's a quick outline really of our standards. I think the most important part about it, we equip our homes much better than our peers in the industry. And it's based really on analytics that we want to future-proof our clients and not nickel and dime them.